this contact experience has already begun. And the way that it is occurring at this time is energetically and telepathically. And so notice, for all those listening, that you are already having interactions with those that you may describe as ETs or star beings. You're already having that interaction. Don't second guess when you feel that you're having an interaction. Know that you are here for a reason. You are here to be an emanation of a higher frequency in order to uplift the collective and those around you. If you feel a resonance as we speak these words, then know that resonance is an indication that we are speaking something you already know to be true.
You said that around the year 2027, humanity will begin to come to the realization that we're not alone in this universe and that we are surrounded by galactic interdimensional beings. I can imagine that there are very potential timelines that could go for humanity as to how we react to this disclosure. What words of advice would you have for us regarding allowing a smooth transition into realizing that we are not the only races in this universe and that we are open to our galactic family again?
That is a beautiful question. We'll begin just by revisiting the way in which we began interacting with Karen. And so if you can recall what was talked about earlier, there was a very gentle, there was a very subtle interaction that took place over a number of years, right, to get her to this point in which she can vocalize our energy. And so that began in a very subtle way of just realizing there's an energy present. Oh, there's a color to this energy. There's a feeling. There's a location. She could feel it's the location in terms of where it was in relation to her physicality. It was very gentle. And then it unfolded in a sort of progressive way. It unfolded in terms of writing and then eventually speaking. We share that with you because what is true, and really feel into this as we say it, is that this contact experience has already begun. And the way that it is occurring at this time is energetically and telepathically. Energetically and telepathically. The reason for that is because that is a very gentle, subtle unfoldment and acclamation, not only to our energy, but to our message and our desire to be of service, our desire to help. And so notice, for all those listening, that it is likely, if you find this content interesting, that you are already having interactions with those that you may describe as ETs or star beings. You're already having that interaction because we don't wish to show up and have that be a jarring event for your physicality, right? And just to clarify, it's not us specifically that is going to show up because we don't hold physicality. But there are beings that do hold physicality that will be gently making contact with you. Now, there's a sort of, you've heard of perhaps the Galactic Federation. There's a sort of collective or group of beings working together to gently introduce energetically and telepathically first the presence of these beings so that it's not a shock to your system. So we would say don't second guess when you feel that you're having an interaction. The interaction is real. You're having the interaction. How can you facilitate that? You facilitate that because telepathic and energetic communication is subtle. You facilitate that communication by quieting your physicality, quieting your mind, sitting in meditation, and listening. You listen. You listen. You bring yourself to an open, receptive state, and you listen. Those of you that are interested in this broadcast, it's not an accident that you are listening to this. You are each receiving energy. And again, as we've said before, your main objective is to become an emanation of this energy. Those in other dimensions are assisting you and supporting you in that you may call life purpose or that destiny. And so we would say don't second guess it. If you are experiencing it, then it is happening. Now, some of you will feel fear at that because it is foreign to your human self, and you may ask a common question, which is, how do I know the intentions of those interacting? Many of you are fearful of interacting with a lower frequency civilization. So a couple answers to that. Number one, as you meditate, as you clear your mental construct, as you become this emanation of a higher frequency, you only have access to beings at the higher frequency, right? You don't have access to those at a lower frequency. But we would say if you feel any sort of discomfort, then you want to use your feeling sense, your clairsentience, to feel into the energy of those making contact with you and feel into the energy of the message. If the message is one of unity, if the message is one of love and compassion, and even a sense of humor, sometimes we bring through a sort of playful vibration. If that is what you feel as you interact with these extra-dimensional beings, then we would say, see if you can calm your system and release fear. And take as much time as you need to form that relationship. It may take a few years to form that relationship to a point where there is trust, right? And understanding and camaraderie. Same as your human relationships, it can take time. So let that time unfold. But know that you are here for a reason. You are here to be an emanation of a higher frequency. But to the Starseeds listening, you are here to bring that frequency of your unique star system that you are associated with. You're here to bring that through in order to uplift the collective and those around you. And so if you feel a resonance as we speak these words, then know that resonance is an indication that we are speaking something you already know to be true.